Good afternoon. Happy Sunday. When people say Sunday, time for reflection. Or reflect on a game that came out a couple years back called Into the Breach, developed by Subset Games, you might know as ones who also developed FTL Faster Than Light. And that game had an Advanced Edition update, much like FTL. Into the Breach also got its own Advanced Edition update just a few days ago, so I'm gonna jump back in and see what kinds of new stuff they added. I know they added squads, new enemies, new mission types, new weapons, so looking to see how badly my skills have atrophied, actually. Yeah, I have a continue option, but I don't even remember what I was doing that run. I think I'd be safe. I just abandoned it and just start a new game. Well, let's go. Timeline screwed. Let's see what we got. Time Traveler is, we can select which one we want. Yeah, we can see here we have some new folks waiting to be discovered. And some old ones too. I didn't exactly get everyone. But, there's like Abe, Isame. Reducing damage. It's always useful. New squads they have. 9 coins to get the new ones. Alright. Try out Bomber Mix. With a small army of remote explosives and flexible weapons, tactical options are endless. There were particles. Bearing squad. Earth shattering. I assume they make holes. Heat sinker. Fire. Can't wait to burn everything to the ground. And these are spiders. Yeah, I'll go with the Bomber Mechs. Get them, try them out. They're like, let's see what kinds of achievements we can get with them. Lock 30 emerging Vec by the end of Island 2. Have 7 units. Any team die in a single turn. Alright. Here's a walking bomb with the AP. Can kill an enemy. Looks like this squad has a Pierce mech, a bombing mech, and an exchange. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm looking over this stuff. I don't know what most of these do. I think I should just start. Ooh. Oh, I like this. You can decide what kinds of Advanced Edition content you're gonna run into. Recommended for anyone who has a grasp of the core game. You know what? Difficulty. Is it unfair in new difficulty? I know they had easy, normal, hard. But don't mind, I'm gonna go with easy. I'm gonna be really rusty at this. I'm just gonna go in with all the new Advanced Edition stuff. Maybe I need a leg up. Okay, so the way Into the Breach works, you have 4 islands. You have Green Hill Zone, you have Ice Cap Zone, you have Desert Hill Zone, and you have Scrap Brain Zone. You can choose which island to start at, and each one has its own sort of environments and obstacles and missions to deal with. For the sake of a fresh run after a couple years, we'll start with Green Hill Zone. Archive Inc. head office. Find our island is even further back in time than you expected. Now for the Vec, I'd have loved to give you a tour of old Earth relics. Yeah, I guess say the premise of this game is that a lot of Earth is flooded over, and now they're being invaded by bug creatures called the Vec. And it's up to you to fend them off in this timeline. So when you start, you have a good sort of have to complete missions as you go. Have a choice between them. Every one you complete opens up more missions for you to take, and you can see also the potential rewards. You have Each one requires you to meet a certain requirement, but if you manage to do it, you will get stars, which are like your reputation, and lightning bolts, which is your power grid. That's your overall life bar. I can explain that later. This one looks like coal plant. Protect. Oh, that's also a coal plant. Not much difference, but I'll try the tidal waves one. Yeah, a small overview of the area as well. Here. So the nice part about this game is that it surfaces a lot of information for you. As you can see here, it lets you know, okay, these tiles are going to get occupied by water next turn, so just be mindful of that. This is the coal plant we have to defend. Gotta make sure we don't take any more than 4 damage. Alright, the Pierce mech. So each map, you start with a highlighted zone. You can place your mechs here. Decide where we want to stick them. Let's change mech. Stick them here. So hopefully it will go over well. Citizens very excited that the mechs have come to save the day. Once again, you see game again surfaces a lot of information towards you, so you know next turn if you don't do anything, this guy is gonna hit this one, and this guy is gonna hit this building right here. It's gonna cause damage to our power grid. Every time a building gets hit, power grid goes down. It empties out. Game's over. That's it. You lose. So you gotta make sure that that does not happen. Let's see. Watcher walking bomb. Unused bombs dismantle after the enemy turn. Okay, so I'm guessing this bomb doesn't explode right away. You actually have to shoot something else to trigger it. Maybe I should have placed this somewhere else. Alright. Nice part is that until you fire, you can always just choose to take back a move if you really want. Really not. Really don't think it's at a good spot. Alright. Just shoot this here. Yep. Oh, okay. This bomb here can self-destruct. Deals 1 damage. This one has 3, though. Didn't move anything aside. Kind of the other thing about some of the weapons that can reposition your enemies, so they can come in handy that way. Let's see, pierces the first target. Oh, it doesn't even... I wonder if I should have put the bomb in front, and then I can pierce the bomb, and I would... but then I would hurt the buildings on the side too. Yeah, collateral damage, something we try to... If you're forcing a nearby unit to swap places with any other unit. Move this here. No target. Okay. And have this swap with... This one, perhaps? No. Okay, move this over here. Move this one back. like it's going to... Yeah, that's the thing about these games. You can take a lot of time planning out your move, because nothing's gonna happen until you press end turn, and an enemy will take their move, so it usually pays to try to mull it over. So I want to try to find some way to make sure that this enemy stops hitting this building. And it's proven to be a bit of a trouble so far. I think I fired this bomb in the wrong spot. What if I get a reset turn and get a do-over? It's only once per battle, so gotta be careful about when to use it, but I think that's probably necessary right now. Because what I want to do is perhaps toss a bomb over here, and go over here, activate the swapper. Have them swap with the other mech. Okay, this one's gonna take damage, but it can take one hit. But what I can do is go over here, activate the pierce cannon. I moved it over here instead. Okay, no, what I want to do is... I think I already messed this up. I'm gonna take a hit. Power grid's gonna take a hit no matter what. But what I can do is just, yeah, I'll just have to shoot this. Oh, cool. I like to know what this gastropod does. It's a grapple to pull the Vec towards objects or units to the Vec. Ah, okay, so that's what happens. Pull it over. It'll deal 1 damage, but that's okay. Both mechs will still be okay. But that's my turn. Thankfully, no building's gonna get hit, just the mechs. It'll be 2 damage, but... I can still take 2 before I fail the objective. Nice thing about this is that you don't have to rout the enemy, you just have to survive. So as long as you don't completely mess things up, you'll be able to make it. But we're not in the best position right now. Let's see, you don't want to launch a bomb towards the building because that's going to be problematic. What I think I'm going to do is just drag this mech over here. I can launch a bomb over here. We need to get you out of the way, so we'll swap you with Scion here. And what I want to do is move this over here, activate the pierce cannon. Ah, I'm going to take 1 power grid damage. It's something I'm willing to do. Well, I still got 4 hits, so yeah, I'll be able to get that. Pip back. Sorry. So sorry. But sometimes sacrifices need to be made in order to make sure the rest of the people live on. That will be my turn. At the very least, we won't suffer any more mech damage, and also won't suffer any power grid damage either. Okay. Alright, so let's not worry about that Scion. Let's see, the tides will probably sink the Vex, so I don't think I have to worry about this one. need to find some way to push this back. And so many new buildings are being threatened. Firefly does. Volatile massive goo. Alright, I'm gonna take a lot of building damage this round, but fortunately I don't see much other choice here. What I'll do is launch a bomb over here. And here. At least launch them back, so we'll minimize damage. That's what I could do is... if I want to prevent... Okay, let's see what this one is. Looks like it's a one range attack, so if I were to swap this with the bomb, now it's not hitting anything. So I'll only take 1 power grid damage. I think that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. This mech's gonna fall into the ocean, but unlike the Vec mechs, will be able to move through the ocean, albeit with a cost. Fortunately, I think I've done everything I can, so we'll take our 1 power grid damage and just get on with it. Things play out. Thankfully, environmental damage always goes first. Luckily, we managed to protect the coal plant, and we also ended the battle with less than 4 mech damage. So, after every battle, your pilots level up, and once they hit or gain experience, and when they level up, they gain random abilities, which might be useful, sometimes not, but that might not be for a while. Also get civilians protected. That's a score more than anything. So now we have more missions that opened up because we have this area taken back. So take this one, we can have access to this area and this area, which might be the most useful. So bad repairs, I don't know if I want that. Yeah, get 2 stars for defending the tank, so I think this will be the one that I want to do. Engineers working on 2 old Earth tanks in this region. They should be up and running shortly after your... We'll see how this goes. Okay, now that I know what this does, I want the Pierce mech to be on the front lines, bombing mech in the back lines, and I think the exchange mech should also be on the front lines. That should do. The bomber mechs come to save the day. I gotta make a confession here. I have not watched Starship Troopers. I know that series also involves bug aliens, and it's pretty notorious for that. Move this out of the way. Okay. The only issue is that this Hornet here will still hit a building, so I'm not sure if that's the best course of action. Or actually, you can check the attack order, so Hornet will go first, so they're going to hit a building regardless. So I think what the thing we would want to do is move it over. So what I'm actually gonna do is let's see, can we move this back? Launch a bomb over here. Put it over here. Wait, no, it's not the mech I wanted to move. Actually, oh man. See, since I used a weapon, I can't do another move anymore. Well, that's so. Actually, what I could do is, yeah, you know what? We'll use our turn reset. Sometimes figure out a better strategy and just you get one per battle, so and you can't accumulate them, so it's no point in trying to save it for when you might need it later. There. Ah. I should have tossed the bomb over here, actually. I think I could make this work. Since this one can take a hit, and what I'd perhaps do is just do it like that. This is why you don't want to be too hasty with your moves, because you end up making decisions that perhaps aren't exactly optimal. Alright, well, we're gonna take a power hit and a back hit. On the bright side, the tanks are not gonna be damaged, so we'll still get our rep. Oh. I guess that was a bit of trouble. Alright. I have a tank under siege, that's our objective, a mech, it's pretty easy to circumvent, and a building under fire. I think what I want to do for this one, perhaps... I think what I want to do is... launch a bomb over here, perhaps. Then... is swap these two. Now the Hornet gets pulled over. Or the Pierce Cannon, push them back. For now. Only hits the second target. Actually, that said that, so we can now fire. Push them back. Yeah, look at that. Managed to completely avoid damage this round. Nothing gets hurt. Nope, something still gets hurt. Wow. They either detonate the bomb, damage the building and the deck, or just let the deck destroy the building. That said, I probably want to just destroy the Vec, because that's one less Vec I'll have to deal with later. Yeah, okay. I feel like this run just might be a wash. We'll keep on going. Fight to the bitter end. Fortunate, we still have to deal with them for another 2 turns. The tanks are active. So, not exactly the best, but you know what? There are 2 additional units that I'm able to use, so use this cannon to push the Hornet out into the sea, make that attack whiff. We'll let this one's attack also whiff. Actually, I'm wondering, I could probably move the exchange mech over here. Swap these 2. So now that they're hitting each other, so much fun. Yeah, so the Hornet attacks first, damages the Vec, and then the Gastropod will kill the Hornet. Very useful. And we'll just throw a bomb on top of here to block the incoming. Bomb will blow up, but a bomb will be destroyed, but at least it'll block the entry. So I think that will do it. Probably don't need to... unfortunately, he's got 1 health, so I don't want to move him over here, because that will kill the pilot inside. I think what I'll just do now is end the turn. Sometimes not acting is a good decision. Thank you, Bomb, for your sacrifice. Good. Most of them are coming for the mechs. I appreciate that. I think... Alright, so I can only exchange 2 of them. If I were to swap the Gastropod and the Firefly, that will make this Gastropod drag it up here, and then the Firefly will whiff, so I think I'll do that. Just like that. And this out of the way. Use the Pierce Cannon to damage behind. Throw over bomb here for kicks. Self-destruct. Nice over here. Activate cannon so that they get hit by the Gastropod. Get ourselves some experience for the mechs. I think that'll do it. Look at that. Get the attack whiff. We survived. Again, 2 hits to the power grid, but we managed to complete the optional objective. Got some rep. Have been put down. Old Earth technology is up and kicking. Couldn't have hoped for better. Now we'll open ourselves 2 more regions. You can see here, it's something like a conquest map. Every time you conquer a region, the adjoining regions become available to take on. And you're only able to do as many missions until you have 3 unconquered regions, and then the rest of them become lost, so... I want to try to focus on the ones that get you the most rewards. And I'm thinking I should probably take these 2, because that'll get me some power grid restoration. Allow me to take a few more hits to the buildings. I want to try this one here. Block effect spawning 3 times, protecting measured seed batteries. Okay, so batteries. Yep. It can only take 1 hit. I can't let that thing get hit at all. So definitely want to place a Pierce mech up front. Bomber mech stays in the back. Exchange mech over here. Let's see what happens. Bomb, look! Hopefully we won't have to destroy that building, because it would really suck if we did. Alright, so this Firefly, if we get out of the way, it's just gonna splat this building all the way back here. That's probably not ideal. Thinking I could do is launch a bomb over here. Actually, if we launch a bomb over here, we could block the bomb. That said, I need to block Vex spawning 3 times. This one can take 1 hit, this one, each of these can take 2 hits. Luckily they're not targeting any buildings. I think what I could do is perhaps this over here. I'll swap myself. Ah, no, I can't do that, huh? Alright. So I need to launch a bomb out. So if I move a bomb, I need to place this bomb in such a way that I can swap them over. Okay. So what if I were to launch a bomb over here, and then I moved the exchange mech over here, and I swap these two. It should allow me to whiff the Hornet's attack, and then Firefly will damage the Hornet, and I'll get the block of space too. But yeah, let's try that. Bomb over here. Ah, but exchange mech can't move over there. Alright, then we'll move it over here. It's gonna have to take a hit. Although... Ah, you know what? I could actually one-shot. Yeah, I'll just... it pierces through that. Okay, why is it that when it goes through enemies, it takes 0 damage, but when it goes through allies, it has to take 1? It sucks. Okay. So I won't be able to block anything this turn. I can at least kill this Vec here. Alright, actually, it's... Okay, still alive. Alright, then we'll put this over here. Can block 1 space spawning. And, yeah, I know that has an action available, but I won't need it to body block the spawn point. Alright. Great, now the Firefly's in the more precarious place. Let's see. Okay, what if I were to launch a bomb over here? You can swap this one with the Firefly. Bomber mech will take a hit, but that's okay. They can afford to take a hit. Passive bonus. I need this to be defeated, so I'll shoot through here. Push the 1 mech forward. And the other one will still live to fight another day. Now I can block these 2 spaces. LS contend with just 1 Firefly. And I think we'll be okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Just have to survive 2 more turns after this. Ooh, now we're playing for keeps. Don't have to block anymore, but feels like it's kind of necessary. Fun part is that eventually you're gonna have too many spaces that you can't block, so it starts getting tricky. Let's see. Alright, I need to find a way to get that Firefly the hell out of the way of the batteries, because I need those batteries. So if I were to launch a bomb over here, actually if I were to launch it over here, I can move this exchange mech over here and swap the 2. The Rich, I can move This over here. Bomb over here. And that should allow me to block a bunch of spaces. Whipped into the mountains. And Vec dies. Now, best part, we only have to deal with one enemy. Look at that. Okay, so what I want to do is move this over here, move this over here, bomb over here, allow me to use the Pierce Cannon. Yeah, look at that, routed the enemy. Credit for deletion, pilot Isamu. And just like that, we're good. No more enemies. We'll lose their turn, but that's okay. No one's coming. Look at that. Flawless victory. Didn't have to take any power grid damage. All thanks to my superior planning. Never mind that I'm playing on easy. The Vec trapped underground are old Earth relics on their surface are safe, and the people as well. Thank you, Bomber Rex. Now we can take on the central museums, but that only gets us one rep. So, thinking what I want to do is go here. This region has an old airfield that can provide air support. We're new at actually flying these planes, but let's hope for the best. See, what we need to do is knock mites off the mechs and protect the power generator. The power generator's up there. Hopefully shouldn't be too bad. I have a Scion, so hopefully that doesn't move anywhere. That we can't reach it, so place that over there, that over there, hopefully. Oh. And the time pod has been detected, so it's a very interesting part. Alright. Let's see, this mech is covered. Mech mites. Your bonus objective is to knock them off the mech. Damage, fire, freeze, repair, or acid remove the mites. Okay. So we're actually in a position where we kind of want them to body block those shots, perhaps. Alright, so this Scion stupidly moved into the airstrike, so they're just gonna die. So environmental actions always act first, so that's what will happen to them. I'm gonna protect the time pod, but I think, let's see. You launch a bomb over here, and over here. Swap the bomb with the exchange mech. So Abe here will. I wonder if 0 damage will still shake the mites off. I guess we'll find out. And then I could detonate the bomb right now and have them shake the mites off. Huh. Well, we do have 4 turns to do it, so I think we should probably just try to stave off an escalating assault for now. So, or the Pierce Cannon, but I need the Vec to body block the space, so we'll just leave that alone for now. In turn, yes. So first we watch Scion kill its own dumb self. Ah, good. 0 damage still shakes off the mites. Cool, cool, cool. Fortunately, we're not exactly in the... Still not in a good spot. Let's see. What I could do is launch the bomb over here. And move this over here. Ah, but the airstrike will kill the Vec, but I kind of want it to body block. I think this will do better because I'll be able to take 0 from it, so Firefly will just keep on. We'll go over here and just detonate. Wait, no. Don't, because they're already body blocking. I will kill my pilot if I try it. If I were to fire it this way, though, I would shake off the mites, but also it would damage the building behind, so I have to keep that in mind, though. 0 damage is still damage. So after a certain point, I just have to shoot this bomber mech with the Pierce cannon. Or what I could do is just go over here, get the time pod, and then let the Firefly damage the bomber mech. That will shake off the mites as well. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So we'll intern here. Let this play out. Shake off the mites. And alright. Now we got the mites done. Or Firefly is gonna eat it before it can act, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. What I'm thinking I could do is launch a bomb over here. No, I can't. Won't be able to drive it back, though. Unless I've already moved this over here. So, but no, I will affect. Nope, I'm gonna kill the person behind me. It's not a good move. There's a such thing as too much collateral damage. Okay. So I don't think I'll be able to move this Firefly into the strike zone over here, but that'll be fine. What I could do is move them over here. So I can just catapult a bomb. And then I can just exchange the bomb. Get the Firefly. And I'll just move the bomb over here so it can body block another space. Actually, I want to put it over here so I can body block another space. And I guess just for kicks, I can fire a weapon, fire my Pierce cannon. That way, then we'll have the Vex surrounded, and we can just take care of them next turn. Yeah. Seems like bombs are more valuable as exchange pieces rather than they are for, for just like detonating and doing AoE damage. Okay. So we need to find some way to get this Firefly the heck out of here. Over in the center would be the best spot. Fortunately, what I can do is. They have 2 HP, so they can take hits. I think what I want to do is I'll launch a bomb over here, then I can swap it with this Vec, and that will allow it to be killed by the airstrike, so it won't actually get hit. So yeah, we'll do that. Alright, then we'll swap those two. And yeah. The gastropod's attack will whiff, and we will live to fight another day. Vec retreats, and once again, flawless victory. No one has to die. Oh, except for those people in those other missions. Alright, pod recovered, so get to roll a little gotcha. So what we might find is another pilot, maybe another weapon. Passive. Find out. Ooh. Pod contents. Ice generator. Freeze yourself in nearby tiles and a reactor core. Cool. So reactor cores are kind of like capacity points. Oh, here we go. Seismic activity. So yeah, once you have only 3 regions unsecured, they're gone. That's it. What we can do is play around with this, perhaps. See, I don't like that the ice generator freezes herself. But the reactor core, they're like skill points, so you can use these to power up your weapons or power up the mech. Give it additional abilities. I think. I do swap around allies a lot. Not a lot, but I do it enough that I could probably do it here. But so this is exchange mech, like almost vital in positioning. I'm thinking I should give it perhaps +1 move to. That way. That way it will get a little more room to maneuver around enemies and perhaps swap them around as needed. I don't know if the virtual stimulator was there before, but I do appreciate that it's in there. Okay, well, alright, it's time for the corporate HQ assault. This one's a bit more intense, so it says it's an assault on the corporate headquarters. You have a big boss mech here. That's one of the bonus objectives. Thankfully, you don't have to defeat it, but if you do, you get a star. And the other one's protect the corporate tower. Again, optional, but if you protect the tower, you get yourself another reputation star. I think what I want to do is perhaps put the Pierce mech over here, this back here, and deploy the exchange mech over here. So hopefully will be work in our favor. Okay. So the blobber mech, or the blob leader, is just an AoE attack. So I think this one is easily handleable. So you can fire a bomb over here and then exchange the blob with the bomb. Yeah, interesting to know. Blob leader itself doesn't attack, but it launches blobs that do attack, so yeah. We do have 4 turns to destroy the blobber leader if possible, so I think what I'm going to do now is just swap these 2 out. Blob will take 1. Yeah. If only they were closer. But I think what I could do is just push it this way. Try to give it maybe a little room to manipulate later. So I think move the bomb back out, just in case we can swap it again. And we'll end it here. Ah, okay. So it's 1 damage on its own. Again, launches a blob out. I have a feeling its AI is going to be stuck on that, so if we just a bomb over here. Let's change this over here. Ah, right. Blob leader's destroyed, so we'll have 2 Vec spawning next turn. Alright, that's fine. Nothing's getting hit. We might not get destroy the blobber leader bonus objective, but that's fine. As long as the island stays safe. Alright, so let's move this over here. Launch the bomb. Swap as usual. And now I probably want this one to stay alive, so it'll damage the enemies. But what I could do is... Actually, what I could do is use the Pierce Cannon, because I can destroy the Scion, and then also make the attack, the gastropods attack with. Yeah, that works. And of course I'll have to deal with the gastropod next round, but that's okay. That's something I'm willing to do. This out, not that it matters, because it's just gonna blow up next turn. Gastropod keeps trying to make them get over here, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. And once again, last turn, so yeah, we're okay. We're gonna be okay. Do now is just launch a bomb over here, get exchange mech to swap. Nope, I'm gonna hit the building behind. That's not advisable. So yeah, just had to let Abe tank this hit. Alright. Blobber leader lives, but that's fine. They didn't get the corporate HQ. Out of all the music into the Breach, this might be my favorite one. I've always enjoyed the kind of victory music that just isn't quite bombastic, just more feels like a sigh of relief, right? Very satisfying. I just noticed we have 2,337 people saved, so it's like beat plus 1,000. So when you clear an island, you get to now spend all the stars you managed to accumulate. You can see here, variety of things. You can also donate things you have for additional stars. I think I might do that because don't see myself using the ice generator, so can perhaps, yeah. So I'll probably use a reactor core, and finally use the last star to repair grid power. Yeah, and we'll move on. Or wait, can spend one more actually, so yeah, do that. So I think the thing about stars is that once you leave the island, all your stars are gone, so you might as well just use all you can. So get whatever you need. Get the reactor cores, get the power, and then the part. So 1 island secured, got 3 more. Let's tackle them from left to right. Go to the desert. My advisors insist we're losing the fight. They also insist I trust you, and since those cowards rarely insist I do anything, I'm giving you a chance to prove yourselves. Wow, got a hardball. Someone playing hardball here. Guess when you're in a desert, you just have to do it. So this one looks like it might be useful, but high threat detected. You need to destroy as much land mass in the region as you can before the Vec use the mountains as hives. To destroy 2 mountains, kill at least 5 enemies, and protect the robotics lab for or a reactor core. Reactor cores are very useful, as you saw. They can some more abilities. So what I think I want to do is let's see. I used to exchange mech to body block a lot, so I think I should give this to the Pierce mech. That way I can have the Pierce mech get on things and not worry about taking damage from blocking him back anymore. It'll make Gabe even more tanky than before. Yeah. Okay. So I think we'll go to Doomsday Point, see what they got here. Alright, this is the robotics lab we need to defend. If we want extra reputation, we gotta destroy 2 mountains and kill at least 5 enemies. One hit will destroy this one hit will destroy this one. Gonna be tricky. May not be able to do as much body blocking. I think drop that here, drop this in the back. Let's see where these go. Uh-oh, time pod. Right in the thick of it. This boulder will explode when destroyed, damaging all adjacent tiles. Wow. Not only does it block my path, this tumble bug's gonna barrel right into it and throw up everything around it. So the Leapers were kind of a big threat in the base game because they just tie up whatever they're targeting. So if they target your mech can't move anymore. So they're pretty fearsome. Fortunately, we got 3 being targeted, but could pierce it, but I wonder if the piercing will damage it. Oh, we'll find out. Okay, so it'll hit the thing behind it. If this charge attack has... Wish I knew what its regular attack's range was, because if it just charges forward, then moving it back's not gonna do much. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, the boulders move too. That's actually pretty handy. Alright, cool. So now we're safe. This situation's taken care of. I just need to figure this one out. What I think I could do is perhaps... Oh boy, 3 damage. That's a lot of damage. This one also does 3 damage. Although... So I don't want my hit mechs to get one shot, get into their attack range, because they're just gonna die. No questions asked. But... If I were to swap the two, this bug would target the mountains, that would whiff, and this one would hurt that. But well, let's see, what's the attack order? Okay. So they launch their mortar, it whiffs, and then they deal 3 to the Alpha Scarab. I think that'll work. Alright. Threat just absolutely removed. And just for kicks. Let's launch a bomb over here to body block the space. And end the turn. Nice thing about the sand tiles is that if something is attacked on it, it creates smoke clouds, which means anything that's inside the cloud can't attack. Mosquito, what does that do? Smoke the target, preparing to whip it. We have one Vec targeting this building, a Vec targeting the mech. Okay, this one's easy to escape. I can have that with. But we need to get this out of the way. Can't swap the two because that'll still attack spot. I think I could do is move this over here. I launch a bomb over here, and then I can swap the locust with a bomb. That'll allow, that'll kill the locust next turn as they body block. And as a bonus, the locust attack will whiff. Fortunately, we have this mosquito to deal with. Shame that can't move through enemies. That's its own special ability. Although what I could do is just blow up a mountain for now. That way I can just can't body block it. I'll just try to get that optional objective completed. Of course, robotics lab is wide open, but I'm sure that will be a problem later, right? Let's see, are there anything they can do with the Pierce cannon? No. Every direction I will shoot it at will, unfortunately, cause damage. Actually, impact damage will still won't be helpful, fortunately, so. But I will kill the Vec. Nah. No, I want to preserve my power grid, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully this won't end up being a liability. Alright, we still have 2 turns. I could move the Pierce mech over here. That'll allow me to destroy the Alpha Scarab and neutralize the threat to this building. But yeah, I'll do that. Okay. I think what I could do here is then launch a bomb on top of here and then swap it out. That way we can have the mosquito body block one of the spaces. Shell Scion do. Other Vec have incoming weapon damage reduced by 1. Yeah, that's probably a problem, but I think what I'll do now is just move this back, launch a bomb. It's over here to swap out. And then I'll just move the bomb over here to blow up this mountain. That'll at least get us the mountain optional objective. And we'll end turn. locust is gonna threaten the mech. Okay, whoa, alright. It's a range of 2, so probably don't want to swap this scarab. What I could do actually is... Alright, definitely want to exchange the locust with something. Alright, swap it out with the mosquito actually. And the locust will attack the mountain. But if I have them attack the scion... I mean... Yeah, but then... I'll have to take the hit for the... Alright, I think the thing we'll have to do now is just abandon the 5 enemies optional objective. What I want to do is just move that over here so I can have their attacks with. And just move this out the way. Fire that. Actually, since this is the last turn, I'll just do a reset. See if I can find some way to kill 2 enemies and meet the bonus objective. So, what if I were to... If I move back here, launch the bomb, I can kill... no, I can't. Wherever I explode the bomb, it's gonna damage a building, so I need to find some way to swap this out. So... if I were to exchange... to find what I can exchange... Fortunately, this smoke tile prevents me from launching a bomb over here. Because I could have otherwise used it to explode and take out... but also this building would damage, so that's a no-go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, what if I swapped the locust with the alpha scarab? And should have paid attention to see how many bombs how many spaces the bomb can move. That's gonna mean everything. Because what I'm thinking I can do is then move this back, perhaps fire the pierce cannon so that the locust goes over here, and then if the bomb goes far enough, I can move the bomb over here, perhaps, and then explode the locust. Or no, it's the alpha scarab. It's alpha scarab. Oh, that might actually work out in my favor, because then alpha scarab's attack will whiff. It's not the best, but I think that's probably what I can do for now. So I'll do that, and I'll move this over here. Actually, I don't have to, because it's not going to be affected anymore. Probably want to do it anyway. Yeah, fire the Pierce Cannon. Blows up a mountain. It's fine. All I'll do is... oh, smoke blocking. Okay. So move this over to the side. Launch bomb. Have it move over here. Self-destruct. Ah, it's not gonna work though. And I already used my reset. Perhaps if I'd had any more foresight. Well, alright, we're not gonna get that enemy's objective, but that's fine, we'll get everything else. Just move over there for kicks. We at least got our reactor core, that's probably what matters. And the time pod, hopefully we'll get something good out of it. Ah, acid tank. Ooh. Come in handy on a reactor core. Alright, so... we could still fill our power grid, so... but if we clear this, I think we'll be able to open up this region up here, which is useful because we only have one reputation star at this point, so not a whole lot. But I'm wondering who should get the acid tank. Let's see, what's the range of this? We're gonna need 2 reactor cores to power it up. The second bomb dispenser is actually come in handy. Your decisions that you have to make. I don't have any units that could take advantage of acid, so I think I actually want to give 2 reactor cores to the bomber mech, so we'll save those 2 for now. Actually, we don't have to, because we can just use the acid tank while we're waiting for the 3rd bomber core to... 3rd reactor core to get our 2 bombs out. Oh, push. Push might actually be useful as well. Okay, it seems like the bombing mech's gonna get a lot of reactor cores, as I'm thinking. Anyways, we should probably go to the DCM's test site. Massive sandstorm coming your way, sensors connection lost. So it looks like we're gonna have clouds that are just gonna approach from us from the bottom left. Oh, we have to knock mites off the mechs and protect the coal plant, so... so we can't rely on enemy attacks anymore, because they're just gonna hit too hard. You're gonna have to body block or just use the bombs to blow up and take a little chunk off. I'm gonna think maybe Storm Summit. No, that's kill 5 enemies. Not good at killing enemies, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll go here. This tower has been cracked. If damaged, it will turn into a chasm. Any non-flying units fall to their death chasms. Okay. So an enemy on top of a cracked tile, if it's damaged, will be destroyed. Okay. Here's mech over here. Power mech in the back. Exchange mech over here. Yeah, these are familiar enemies. We know what they do. With targeting over here. Could use the Pierce Mech to get him out the way. But this actually isn't too bad. So we'll move both of them down. Use the bomb for its intended purpose. It's blowing stuff up. Let's see. Probably want to destroy the locust because it's gonna blow up that boulder. Yeah, we'll do that. 1 XP. Last thing I want to do is put it over here because if a locust spawns and then they go immobilized, exchange mech, the pilot's as good as done. So I think in my best interest to perhaps not body block those spaces this time. So we'll just move it over here. Hopefully this won't be that much of a detriment. Oh no, Shell Scion. Alright, that's a priority target right there. Thankfully this is pretty easy to take care of. What I can do is just go over here, swap these two. Now the Scion will eat the 1 damage from the might. Can fire my Pierce Cannon to kill the Tumble Bug. Prevent it. That'll prevent it from attacking. Not that it matters anyway, because it's gonna whip. For now, I will just launch an acid tank. I like how acid is an acronyms. And that over here. I would apply some acid. It does. Weapon damage against this unit is doubled. I'm thinking I probably should have applied it to the Scion, actually. Yeah, what if I did my reset? But what if I need it later? The decisions I have to make. Yeah, let's go with this and see what happens. And Storm encroaches even further. Oh no, our poor acid tank. It's gonna be got done for. Poor acid tank. Really new ye. Alright. Seems like easiest thing I could do is perhaps just this up here, fire the Pierce Cannon, build a Tumble Bug. Acid pool. Fix acid on the first unit that steps on this space. this over here. Swap these two that the locust attacks with. Sapphire acid over here for kicks. Move this here. Launch a bomb. Over here. Explode. Actually, what if I were to go over here instead and explode? Yeah, okay. And then that will do it. We couldn't knock the mites off, but well. Next time we can't let the Vec flee. They'll just regroup. Alright. Couldn't get the optional reputation, but your failure is troubling for us and all of humanity. The mite source may spread to other regions. Let us hope this is not an indication of your future performance. Alright. Harsh. Justifiable. Now to Black Rock, defend the Titan. This maglev is one of the few we have left. It needs to get through, or my people will. Yeah. 2 spaces of maglev to contend with. Let's see. Cannot be moved by any weapon effect, but it will be destroyed if it's blocked. So we cannot let anything cover the tracks. We cannot let anything attack the train if we want our reputation points. But as long as we survive, we have to deal with 4 turns. And it's 1, 2, 3, and then screen. See, I probably want to put the Pierce mech here. Bomb mech stays in the back. Exchange mech over here. Should put. Because this mech will move up next turn. Just end up, Wow. Wow. Alright, game. Throwing a giant curveball at me for turn 1. Thanks, I guess. Okay. I think could do is alright. So the obvious easy solution would be to just swap these two, because then their attacks I can make them with. Just move the Pierce cannon, the Pierce mech out of the way. Probably launch a tank first turn as well. Excuse me. I'm gonna launch a tank out here. Perhaps just have it shoot acid. Might come in handy later. But I could use bombs to perhaps body block. Emerging Vec as well, at least. Limit spawns next turn, so we could do that. Actually, no. What I could do is launch a bomb over here and then swap the two, and then perhaps... Yeah, the Pierce Cannon will kill this Vec. I'll move this one over. Yeah. That instead. Oh. It's over here. Launcher bomb. Actually, I could just launch a tank. Well, no, I want a body block, so I'll move that over here. Let's see. I'm gonna put it up here to try to give it more space to... Ah! I shouldn't have done that, because now my Pierce mech can't reach this one. So I'll just have to move this over here, this over here. Alright, Pierce cannon. Yeah, you can't body block the space, but that's the consequences of my actions. Oh no, a locust. Ah, it's gonna grab my Pierce mech. Alright, well, none of them are targeting the train, at least. So, 1 damage, 2. Thank goodness Abe's in this one, so it could have him tank the hit. But let's see if we can perhaps try something else. See, I could exchange the Scarab with the Pierce mech, because then the Leaper will attack the Scarab instead. That will kill it. That over here to get out of the way. Swap the two. Now that attack's gonna whiff. Can't use the Pierce cannon in the back because I'll unfortunately push it and kill the unfortunate back order. Okay. So definitely want to move this out of the way. Just launch an acid power. You know what? Actually, we could just launch a bomb and have it body block their emerging spot. No self-destruction. We'll be okay. Of course, that means the Scarab is gonna... hopefully this won't be a problem later. Oh, it's gonna be a problem later, but that's just gonna be something I have to handle with, unless... at least move the Pierce mech over here so that perhaps has more area around that it can move later, so we'll go with that. Kill their own, such stupid creatures. Alright, 2 turns left. Oh no. Should be easy enough to let's see, could move the Scarab out of the way. Alright, 1 turn left. This is it. So if I can wrap this up, I'll be fine and dandy. So go over here. Perhaps fire my weapon, because it won't damage the train, but I can at least kill the Scarab. Take 1 power damage, though, so that might not be ideal. Perhaps if I were to... No, I can't move. Can't move the exchange mech, unfortunately. Swapping the Scarab and the Locust is probably the most obvious choice to allow me to... Well, they'll make both their attacks whiff, and then they can just wrap it up there, actually. Always the tantalizing decision to just, no, I can't. Because then I'll end up destroying the train and the buildings, and that's not going to be very helpful, so... This will just have to be it. So we got our whiffs. Everyone lives. Train made it through. We live to fight another day. So now we have our pick of choices for the final area. Thinking I want to go here. The optional objectives are pretty accomplishable. End the battle with less than 4 mech damage, protect emergency batteries. But cataclysmic failure for terraforming the regions, destroying the land, try not to fall into the depths. So some direction is gonna have tiles just disappear, but I think that's something I'll be able to manage. Alright, they're coming from the bottom right. And this Scion's gonna be a pain in the neck, so we're gonna have to take care of that. Obviously. So, just 2 enemies. In front of the batteries. Fortunately, Scion's in a spot where we can't harm it. Seems like the easy choice would be to perhaps move the exchange mech over here, swap it with the Scion, so that way the Tumblebug's attack whiffs, and the Scion's ripe for the picking. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's see. Q to launch an acid tank. So you apply acid. Let's see. I want this to go over here to body block one of their emergence holes. E-Day will not be happening on my watch. And since they have the stabilizers, they'll still have 3 hit points. Yeah, Pierce Cannon. What if we just fired it into the mountains? What if I just did that? Let's do that. Oh, right. It doesn't damage the mountain cut. It's the first target. Well, that was a wash. But hey, at least nothing got damaged. That was a warning shot. Beck, you better watch out. I'm coming for you. Oh, mosquito. Really? It's interesting decisions you're making here, game. But hey, at least you're not targeting the batteries or the mechs. I appreciate that. I think what I can do is just move this over here and then swap the tank and the Scions. That way the tank will be in attack range of the mosquito. Also be in attack range of the explosive boulder. Yeah. That over here. Do the swap. Can move over the tank over here. Apply acid to the tumblebug. I imagine that will come in handy later. Bomber mech, unfortunately, is super weak. Yeah, also need to move this out of the way lest the Pierce mech die. We don't want that to happen. We'll Also box the tumblebug in. Hopefully that won't be a hindrance later. But yeah, no point in launching a bomb. It's gonna be destroyed next turn. Unfortunately can't maneuver it over to body block this spot, so yeah, action available. Fortunately, they're not going to be productive actions, so we'll just leave them alone. Vec threat removed. Reason for removal. I roll Vec. Oh boy. One more turn. Okay. I think... Okay, so what I probably will want to do, since once again this tumblebug is going... Or actually I could just shoot it and destroy it. Okay, so what I think I want to do is move the acid tank over here, then move the... exchange mech over here, and then swap the scarab with the tank. That way the scarab's attack whiffs. And that should do it. Yeah, we'll do that. That over here, swap the two. And then I can just fire the Pierce Cannon. Well, first I want to move the Bomber Mech back, move this back. And blow up that up. And that should do it, actually. Yeah, we're good. Good. Units can act, but we don't need them to act. The Vec has begun its descent. Sent into oblivion. Yeah, just like that, managed to meet both optional objectives. Deploying troops to hold the area before the weather shifts. Alright, the Hive leader is now assaulting the corporate headquarters. Vec monstrosity is assaulting our tower. We have to rely on you this final time to help us. We have to... Here, we're against a Scion Abomination. It's just gonna mega buff everything. So 1 HP regeneration explodes on death, so... Fortunately, we are going to have to engage, because we let too many Vec come out, and there's gonna be absolutely buff and party, and it's just gonna be bad all around. So yeah. Mech over here, put the exchange mech over here for range. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, no attacks. That I'm okay with. So, we're to launch a bomb. Actually, what I want to do is launch a tank over here. Move this over here, and then swap the two. Ah, poor tank. I should have launched a bomb instead. Yeah, what if I do that instead? I want to save my tank, and the off chance something else useful comes up, so we'll launch a bomb instead. Bomb goes bye-bye, and then we'll fire the AP cannon for 2. Put a little dent in the tumblebug for now, and end turn. Voice has to go over the water. Let's see, most non-flying enemies. Units cannot attack him. Oh, that's a non-starter. However, if I put this... Eh. Alright. That said, I could use the Pierce Cannon to move the Scion back into, back onto the space. I can move this mech over here to perhaps body block it. Sake of future turns, we'll fire some acid onto the Scion. First, that will be the only hit this exchange mech can take. Also a very precarious position. Hopefully we won't have to contend with any locusts later. Weapon damage is doubled. Let's end the turn. Alright, 2 turns remaining. That said... Fortunately, remove the boulder back. Fortunately, the corporate HQ will be under fire if we let move this mech over here, push it back, still be alive. I really want to take out this Scion. I have 2 turns left in which to do so. Thinking what I could do is move this over here, launch this bomb over here, and put it over here so that way the Pierce Cannon will go straight to the Scion. That will depower everything else. Fortunately, this building will take damage, but that sadly is just a sacrifice will have to be made. Oh. Or no. No. Could do is swap the tank over here. Tumblebugs attack whiffs. Look at that. No one has to die. Not today. Not this turn. Ah, good. Just 2 mosquitoes. I can handle this. Yeah, sure. Good thing. They're not Vec that will immobilize me, so this is perfectly acceptable. Just for kicks, I'll apply acid to that one. Yeah. Over here. Exchange the 2 so that... no, I should have exchanged this one instead. You idiot. I've already used my reset as well. Okay, looks like I'll be taking a hit after all. At least it'll be a hit on the building and not on the mechs or anything like that. So just explode that. Actually, I should just... No, because the smoke would have prevented it from attacking. Sadly, can't maneuver around, so City will just have to take the hit. I do apologize. That's it, I still have 6 power, so small sacrifice so we can save the timeline. For ourselves 2 rep stars. I must admit that was an impressive performance. We will rest easier knowing that Vec monstrosity no longer infests our island. Now we can do another spending spree. Vex cannot take damage during the player turn. said, let's see, Gemini missiles, launch 2 missiles, damaging pushing 2 targets. Or I could get 2 power cores and 1 grid power. That way I can get 2 bombs for the bomber mech. Yeah, well, okay, yeah, 2 reactor cores. Yep, that's fine. So we will install 1 depowered acid tank, so we can launch 2 bombs out. This will come in handy. So either more potential body blockers or more swap targets. Let's see. Just a Pierce mech likes being out in the battlefield. I'm thinking I should. I'd give it another move so that I can maneuver around more easily. What are you doing to my mech? Ah, also repairs 1 HP at the start of each turn. Alright, well, that's everything we can do here, so we'll leave this island. So, the fun thing about this game is that once you've cleared 2 islands, you can jump straight to the end game if you want to. But I think probably try to power up our character somewhere. That said, the enemies will also get powered up, so it's not like you're really, you're not really saving anything here. So, how long of a run do you? So we'll go to the 3rd island here, Pinnacle Robotics. Powered by what seems to be, guessing, what an ancestor of Zordon, I guess. I hope you can respect both forms of life on this island, organic and mechanical. Probably makes sense that the robotics island is a snowy area, because imagine robots don't have to worry too much about the cold, at least physically, anyway. Alright. Ice Forest, I don't know if I want to... Said... Central processor and thermal dampeners get me... a potential for a lot of reputation, and this one has a reactor core as well. Go here. Okay, so these are robots I need to defend. Moth. Artillery attack, pushes shooter and target. A bouncer, damage target, then bounce backwards. Scorpion. And yeah, these are alien bugs, so they can do webs. Yeah, that's why. Alpha Scorpion also webs, but it's more damaging. Okay. So we can control the rope. That there. I want to put this up closer now so that we can sideways launch of a bomb can put it closer. Exchange mech will put in the thick of things because we need them to start tagging things left and right. Oh, the robots move automatically. For some reason I'm getting like Panic at the Disco vibes from this song's intro. Alright. Let's see. Defense lab. Thankfully, not a threat. Freeze mine. Ah, these robots have just 1 HP. That's going to be a problem. I like how this bug's positioned itself so it can still hurt the buildings while also destroying this mine bot. The fact that I can't maneuver the mine bots is going to be a real problem. It's webbed. I can't. I think what I could do is swap these two that way. Wait, no, it's then strike the building, so that's not going to help any. Perhaps move this over here. Use a pierce cannon to... Bind bot will be destroyed, unfortunately, because it'll be taken out by the push damage. So I think what I think I can do is just move this over here, so that way it's the attack order. Alright, so this works out. So if I push this down, then it'll strike the scorpion, it'll kill it, and it'll prevent them from doing anything else, but we'll have this moth to contend with that's threatening our wait, it's being threatened from 2 angles though. So, okay, what if we like moved the mine bot? Okay, we swapped the mine bot with the bomb perhaps. Launch a bomb over here, swap the mine bot, get it out of the way. Yeah, we'll try that. First, these 2 actions are independent of each other, so... yeah. Since we can launch 2 bombs... it's out. To exchange mech to... get the mine bot out of the way. Let's have these 2 body block the emerging spaces. Yeah. That will be turn. Everyone can be saved, unfortunately. So we'll at least still have just the 3 to deal with. Okay. Bomber mechs, help! Thankfully, no one's being tied up, so I can freely maneuver all of them. Alright. So... what's the range on this? Looks like a range of 1, I'm assuming? So we can move this out of the way. This attack will whiff. It'll just leave us with the moth and the bouncer to deal with. Unfortunately, don't want to swap the 2 right here. This will be in range and it'll just end up getting destroyed. Being said, how much damage does this do? 1. Perhaps move this over here and then fire the cannon. Bouncer's attack will whiff, and so will the moths. Alright, so far so good. Then... and perhaps launch some bombs to body block the emergence holes. So we'll only be able to get 1 of them, but that's okay. Perhaps just put it over here and then explode to soften up bouncer a little bit more. We can just this over here to body block another emergence hole. Hopefully won't get any bouncers though. They're gonna be in a precarious position, so I'm not sure. I want to Stick them all the way out there. Targets, yeah, makes sense. You know what? Let's see what happens. Famous last words. Let's see what happens. We'll get some mutually assured destruction. Yeah, it's as I feared. That said, all I need to do is just throw a bomb over here, and that will defeat the Alpha Scorpion. Minebot's still protected as heck. So yeah, let's do that. Bomb over here, bomb over here. Put this over here, blow it up. Read the exchange mech. And and that's 3. Yeah, put that over there, and then we'll swap these two. Take 1 damage, but hopefully that won't be a problem. This mine's gonna freeze any unit that stops on it, so not an option. Can't move. Just explode. Move this over here. There. We'll avoid damage to exchange mech, and this bouncer is gonna die. Fortunately, we'll suffer another hit to the power grid, but that's okay. It's a mistake I will have to live with. Real conundrum we are in. Ah, thank goodness the blobber decided to launch a blob onto the ice mine, so there's one less thing we have to deal with. Fortunately, this bug is blocking the Pierce Mech's path. So, let's see. I have 5. Can only get it over to launch a bomb over here, bomb over here. Move this over here. And swap. It's 2. Now that that's open, I can move this over here. Bomb in front. Fire the Pierce Cannon. Blows up the moth. And everything else is safe. I love it when a plan comes together. Yeah. Bombs can stay alive. Alright, we took a few hits, but managed to meet all the objectives. Got ourselves a reactor core. give the exchange mech more health. Seems to find itself in trouble a lot, so do that. Boom bots protect the coal plant. That said, it's probably pretty dangerous, so go here. Just a regular old threat mission. Destroy the egg sacs, protect the batteries. Go there. Try that. What does this do? Next action, units' weapons will do +1 damage or healing. Uh-oh. So yeah, Raging Scion's probably something we want to take out ASAP. So put that there, this here. Let's get on. Oh boy, a pod over here as well. Might be someone or something inside. Uh-oh. Yep. This unit is boosted, it will do +1 damage next time it attacks, but I think you should have pointed that to somewhere else. I don't think the egg sac attacks at all. It's just they're something we have to destroy in 4 turns. It's actually a pretty good idea to just move up because I'm gonna do a number. I think what I could do is put this over here. Launch 2 bombs. Go. Should go over. Yeah. Here and over. One over here, actually. Cannon mech. Ooh, this might actually come in handy because it can move this over here. Drag this over here, swap the 2. So you could blow this up and free the other cannon mech, actually. Since our exchange mech now is 4 HP, it's probably something that's worth doing. I guess artillery mech. Wait for next turn to activate it. For now, we're going to... actually, we're just gonna blow up because I want to take out that sun. It's gonna be a nuisance, and if we don't defeat it, it'll just prove to just continue to be a nuisance. So we move back here, we can destroy this egg sac at least. Let's keep it up. Yes, let's. For the other artillery mech. Now we have a... Oh, okay, I see. So they were on their side, they were not on our side. Whoops. It's been a while since I played this game, can you tell? I just essentially screwed myself over. That said, I only need to deal 1 damage to each of them to take them out. So let's see. I think I want to do is perhaps this over here. Launch bombs this way and this way. Used a Pierce Mech to okay, so I'll at least keep the emergency batteries safe. Said these two buildings are still under attack. Could do is this one's also under attack. Unfortunately, since I can't body block, I'll just go over here. Pull up. Whoops. Can I take that back? Alright. Try that again. Okay, so maybe I can launch my bombs somewhere else. Yeah, actually, that there and over here. The Pierce Mech over here. Give ourselves a double kill. Let's see. I gotta decide what I want to swap where. And just split this one, remove that threat. If I were to swap this one actually with this one. There, I can I'll have to take one hit, but that is a sacrifice I'm gonna make. Or, okay, you know what? I forgot. Cracked tiles. They take damage. Open up water. Now everything else is safe. There we go. No one has to die. And we'll get the egg sack along with it. No survivors. Sweet. An achievement. Appreciate it. Alright, 2 turns left. What I think I can do is... Alright, so the Pierce Mech can shoot this, so I'll move the blob out of the way. Also kill the blobber behind it. Move the pod over here. Alright, the mech over there to secure the pod. Put your bomb here. Bomb over. Yes. Actually, just exchange the two. Get it out of the way. And for the heck of it, we'll just that up. So we're not gonna do much else with it anyway. Alright, that's turn. Okay, so this monster's gonna die due to fire damage next turn, so probably don't have to worry about it. Ah, but they are both threatening the... Actually. Okay. Bomb over here. Bomb over here. Stick here. Blow it up. Here, fire the cannon, goes through the city. This is behind. Boom, just like that. It's all done. No one has to die. Get ourselves one power back. Hey, our generic pilot was promoted. Reactor core. I always appreciate a reactor core. +1 move per Vec killed in a battle. Understood. Okay. So let's see, what are you in? The exchange mech. Okay, I think we want to swap you into another one, perhaps. I want to put you in here because... and you can have self-repairs. That might actually come in handy. Yeah, we'll do that. I think I'll spend the reactor core on. Install this and then have it deal 1 damage per swap if I swap enemies. Yeah, because then I can, like, perhaps insta-explode the blobs, and if I send them into groups of enemies, then that would come in handy. That said, that might also be a hindrance, so if I just install 1, that way pair allies with swaps. Very situational, but I think there might be situations. Thankful I have it. And... so we'll have rogue robots along with Vec to deal with it here. And now that we know they're enemies, we don't want to break this. Leave it in there. Leave it frozen. That there, and that there. And give much thought to that placement, hopefully. Come back to bite me. It's artillery bot. Real pain in the neck, I say. That said, if I bring the Pierce mech over here, I can at least shove the 2 out of the way. So that takes care of that. You're over here. Here, and I guess over... which I want to put over here. Then I can... yeah, the Pierce mech can take a hit, so we'll explode that to destroy the artillery bot. The Abe's an exchange mech, so that doesn't get damaged. And this over here, blow it up, take out this bot. And that will just leave us with the Scorpion next turn to deal with. Although we could... there's no point in swapping, though. Just leave them there. Need them grouped up. Just in case the Scorpion goes, ties up one of the allies. I have a quick way to push them out. Those Vec from surfacing. Well, it's just the one, because we're playing on easy. That's how this works. What I could do is move this mech up here. Just fire bombs, I guess. This way and... this way? That way we can move the Pierce mech over here. Save that city from destruction. Let's see. Yeah, and then we can move this over here. Exchange the bomb for the moth. No, I should have exchanged the other one. Alright, let's try that again. Should have moved. What's up? And here. Or actually, now I can use the cannon to shoot these two. Let's move this bomb over here to body block the emergent space. Although I could move it, swap it here, kill the... Yeah, then we can kill the moth as well. There we go. Alright, we're good. Oh, but it moves off to space. Dang it. Forgot. Now this thing here is buffing them all to have plus... Now they deal 2 damage. That's not ideal. That being said... I think I can do is launch a bomb over here. See, where can this go? Okay, so if I go over here, at least destroy the Scion and minimize the damage the other two will take. Waterlogged. Over here, can I swap this out? Can. Okay, since this moth has 1 HP. Alright. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, I need to find some way to perhaps set these bombs so that I can move one over here, kill the moth, and then move one over here to body block the emergent spot. Unfortunately, this exchange mech is spot. Yes, that would be handy. That would push itself onto the emergent spot. Though, let's see, it's a range of 3, so if it goes over here. Oh. 3. It'll hit this one. Although, will it move off the map? Also just kill it. I need to defend this city as well. I can't just concentrate on killing this moth. Alright. Here's what I think. Here's what I think I will do. I can move this over... over here, perhaps. Launch bombs over here and over here. Alright, we'll use one of these to kill this moth, and then another one we'll use to swap so it gets out of the way of the city. Let's see, it turns over, so don't worry about that. Oh, this one's already moved. Okay, that's gonna put a wrench in our plans. Okay, well, we'll just first kill this. And... swap these two. Alright, we can go over here, explode it. Deal 1 damage to itself, and we can kill it next turn. And our exchange mech is hardy, so we don't have to worry about it. Uh-oh, what's this? AoE attacker. Ah, somehow busted the other Vec free. Badly. Bouncer, thankfully, easy to avoid, but... the centipede, moth. Moth also easy to avoid. We just need to get the centipede out of the way of the... of the city. That shouldn't be too hard, thankfully. So what we can do is... throw this over here, a bunch bomb over here, and... over here should do it. Move this over here, blow it up, take out the moth. And we can perhaps... put this over here. Exchange the two. That will thankfully leave them all relatively unharmed. Yeah, so if we end the turn now, we will... fortunately we won't get our rep bonus, but oh well. Fortunately we were not in much of a position to block the spaces anyway. Cowards. Angry. Cowards. Alright, so we gotta do one more. Quick threat. Protect the cannon bot, destroy the hacking facility. Alright. I think this is the hacking facility over here. So, 1 hit to destroy the bubble, I'm guessing, and one more to destroy the facility itself. Only direct damage will remove the shield. Got it. This is the same deal. Alpha Bouncer and the Moth to do. So... put that there. There. Let's see how this goes. Oh boy, pod. Right in front of us. Hopefully this won't be in... I think every pod likely means a timeline died. Try not to think about it too hard. Oh, the enemy bot becomes friendly. That said, we're still gonna have to contend with it some way or another. Okay. So let's see. We exchange the bot and the moth. Both their attacks are gonna whiff. And then that will just leave us with, right. This bouncer, though, is gonna deal a lot of damage. Okay, so if we swap the bouncer... and... although... it's an attack order. Can't rely on the bouncer killing the moth, unfortunately. Unless we wanted to take a hit. Can't afford another 6 for now, so... worth considering. Okay, so... let's see... so we have 2 more Vec coming in next turn. It's gonna probably be an issue. We perhaps could do is use the Pierce mech to push this back, and then we'll have the bomber mech launch a bomb over here, and detonate the bomb to kill the moth. And we can use to exchange mech to perhaps swap the other bomb, the Alpha Bouncer. Fortunately, that means the cannon bot will damage the city, but I don't see much other recourse if we want to destroy the hacking facility. Actually, I should probably send a bomb to the hacking facility. Do that. Goes over here. Detonate. We'll save a city. Damaged ice will turn to water, but... Alright, so now it's vulnerable. Perhaps at least swap these two so that has the damage done. That way this attack will whiff, and then this pushback will just deal damage. Weapon, swap these two. Yeah. Fortunately, a sacrifice we'll have to make. Oh boy, bonus damage. This doesn't bode well. Oh, we can at least launch one bomb to destroy the hacking facility. That will... This, Actually, what I could do is... Yeah, okay, this will make the centipede's attack whiff. We can go over here to destroy the Scion. I'll depower everything else. So attack order. Okay, so this one goes first, so actually... could do is go over here, launch bomb here, and nope. It's not gonna work. Wait, no, that's an ice tile. That's not a water tile. No, I could actually do that. So yeah, use the bomb over here, one over here. And then use the exchange mech. Swap these two. So that way, the Alpha Bouncer will kill the centipede, preventing it from attacking. Can bruise over here. Blow it up. Bot now on our side. Yeah, baby. So yeah, we can bring this over here. Causes it to burn. Yep. Oh. Oh. Nuts. That's not... Fortunately not helpful for us. Okay. Take that back. We'll use our freebie turn. Use our freebie take backsies. This over here. Launch a bomb over here and over here. Let's change the two as per usual. Up. So we could just bring this over here since it has a shield, body block it, and then all we have to do is contend with the Alpha Bouncer next turn. Yep. And yeah, that's what we'll do in turn. Alright, so far so good. think what I want to do is perhaps launch a bomb over here. Alright. What I'm thinking of doing, just put a bomb over here and then exchange the two, and then we'll just move the cannon bot over here, fire a cannon at the thing that will cause the ice to break, and then the Vec will sink right into it. I hope. Let's try that. Here, one over here. And swap the two. Okay. And we'll move this over here. Over here, fire a cannon. See, this will cause the ice to crack. Kills the Vec. I can move this over here, the body block. Move this over here, the body block. And I'll leave us with no enemies on the final turn. And we don't have to sacrifice the cannon bot for it. Yeah, look at that. 3 turns, so now we can just celebrate. Yeah, woohoo, we did it! Woo, yeah, boy, woo! So, units that can act, but they don't need to act. They just, celebrate in victory. Pinnacle will be pleased. Bot has fully recovered and offers his apologies for having caused you trouble. That's okay. We're dealing with an incredible threat here. A reactor core. Always useful. Fortunately, the other 3 regions are gone. Must now defend the corporate headquarters. Trying to think if perhaps spending one now might come in handy. Fortunately, I don't think there's anything here that would benefit from a single reactor core. So I think I will save it for now. Looks like we're battling a Scorpion leader. Fortunately, a major threat because it webs all targets around it and then deals massive damage to 2 damage. That's actually pretty significant when you think about it, to the mechs and to the cities. So yeah, this is gonna be a fight. The mech over here, bomber mech stays behind. Let's change over here. Hopefully, split up won't affect it too much. Okay. So let's see. I could try to perhaps alright. What I'm thinking I can do here, I'm gonna move the bomber mech over here, and I'll launch a bomb over here, and then probably one over here as well. Then I'll use the exchange mech to swap the 2, that way I can take out the Scion. Also damage the Scorpion leader in the process. At which point I'll just have to bring them both over here and damage the roller. It's gonna... yeah, okay. At least the Scion will die and will reduce the damage that we'll take to the power grid. So let's do that. I can put this over here too, so I can body block the emergence hole. Wait, first, nope, I want to swap. That way I can fire this backwards. Okay. And probably could have moved that on here. I want to save my reset, just in case I need it in the future. But yeah. Set that forest on fire, that might come in handy later. Alright, not bad. Fortunately. Could move the Pierce mech over here, fire the Pierce cannon. That should free it, right? Let's see. Webbed can... I think I had to move them out of the way in order for it to effective at all. Or no, okay. This actually works in my favor. So what I'll do is launch a bomb over here, over here. This bomb is on fire. I will throw that up. Middle's only way one down. Yeah. We put that over there so we can swap the two. Yeah. Ah! We're gonna hit that one. Now I'm thinking, do I want to use my reset now? I have 3 spaces. Do over here one. Moved it over there. Alright. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna use my reset. Okay, try again. Bomb here. Bomb here. Here, fire a cannon. Bomb over here. Oh, no, don't detonate. What I'm gonna do is swap the two. Oh, and then blow this up. Alright. And end turn. Uh-oh, moth. So now we have no way of maneuvering the Pierce mech out of the way. That said, 2 turns. Not the worst. That said, if I launch a bomb onto the fire, then move it around and swap it so that... but then... Scorpion. But it can take 1 damage. That said, it'll be way out of the way. If I were to send 2 bombs instead. No, it's not gonna work. I just swapped the Scorpion. Okay, I think I might have... something here. Ah, no. I launch a bomb here and then swap the Scorpion Leader and the bomb. I want to put one here. And let's see, 3 spaces. I probably want to put one here. Have it snipe at whatever might come. Okay. I'll move this over here, and I can swap these two. Okay. Move this over here, the body block emergent spot. Use the cannon. That will allow me to kill the Scorpion Leader. And allow me to kill Scorpion Leader and yeah, that will allow me to kill Scorpion Leader. That's out of the way. Fortunately, this moth is going to damage 2 buildings. Ah, it's gonna eat a lot of power grid. Fortunately, I don't have much other choice. Completely if the grid sustains any more damage. Last turn. Yeah, don't want to do that. Okay. So I can launch a bomb just to kill this moth. I can also push this out of the way, so yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. And you detonate. And actually, if I were to move this over here and just swap the two. And just for kicks, I'm going to shoot it. Not that it'll do much. At least won't do any more damage. Well, I've protected the tower. Alright, well, we lost 3 power, but, you know, got the tower, we got the leader, so we'll get ourselves 2 reputation stars. Gives us 7. Conservative. Limited use weapons are given +1 use. Alright, let's see what we got for rep. All mechs gain 1 HP for network armor. Guided missile, projectile can turn once before hitting its target. Vulcan artillery, light the target on fire and push. I'm not sure about that one. Mechs heal damage when they deal a killing blow. Said reactor cores seem to be plenty useful, so I think I'll do is just grab another 2 and restore 1 power. Now, I have 3 of them. So... I could spend all 3 on the acid tank. I wonder if I should put the acid tank on here so we can get to... That said, force swaps are far more useful than any acid tank. I could just spend 2 and give the AP cannon +1 damage. Perhaps give us a little bit more of a threshold to eat things, though. Because bomb dispenser is like practically invaluable. I'm gonna keep that on there. should move the stabilizer over, perhaps. Put over here. Tank off. Like there are situations where I don't want to fire the AP cannon, I can use those times to perhaps shoot out an acid tank instead. And here we can give Abe core to perhaps activate the stabilizers. To +2 health acid tank. Give us a little bit of a more sturdy body blocking object, if nothing else. Alright, we have one more island. Detritus Disposable. You can break down any matter into base elements. Their factory cities are devoted to waste removal and recycling. Looks like the leader is the Hornet leader. The Vec we will encounter. Collecting mix looks like Hornets. This centipedes. Guessing no status ailment scion is what that is. Alright, okay. Go here. I have heard of your triumphs against the Vec, Commander. We hope you and the bomber mechs can aid us in our fight as well. You go to the landfill. Kill 4 or fewer enemies, protect the coal plant. Kill 4 enemies, inflict acid. Kinda need power restoration. That said, guessing we want to try to complete missions in such a way that we'll get over here. Not to mention if we complete this one, we'll open up both islands, whereas if we complete this one, we'll just have this one to keep our options open. So I think we'll start here. So we actually want to minimize Vec casualties. That said, I want to take out the Alpha Leaper, cause that's gonna be a pain in the neck. Put that there. Here and up here. Front and center, give us maximum room for maneuverability. Ah, good. And target the city. I didn't target the mix at least. Okay, so this is what we want to defend here. Damage, that's significant. Fortunately, I'm gonna have to wait to use the acid tank because I need to push this out of the way first. All the way over here, that would give us some breathing, perhaps. I think first, what I'll do is move over here for now. And actually, we'll launch a bomb. Bomber mech over here. 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 That way. That over there. Here, swap the two. detonate this bomb. Fire a cannon to kill the alpha. Alright, so it's 1 down. And still kill 3 more before we fail the reputation objective. Or at least we won't have that locust tying folks up anymore. And I spoke too soon. For goodness sake. Okay. Okay. What I'm thinking I should do, perhaps, is... If I fire a cannon, I can at least defeat these 2 hornets, but that means... It will fortunately leave us very little room, because we'll only be able to kill 1 more enemy, but that said... Not to mention, these hornets are, like, pretty harmless for the most part. Actually, what I'm thinking I could do is just get this out of the way. I will launch 2 bombs here and here. This over here. Oh, change them. Blow up the bomb, but that's okay. And we'll fire... Has ceased life operations. Let's now have till just 2 enemies to deal with. That I'm okay with. Excretions are preventing unit mobility. Fortunately, if we don't Fury our cannon mech, it's gonna die. Oh boy, we got four spaces next turn, so yeah. Fun. That said, I'm thinking I can do here is... Let's see, what's the attack order? Ah! Focused attacks 3rd, so I can't rely on it to kill the other one. Said... If I launch a bomb... Back here... Bomb... Okay. So we have 4 spaces that are gonna have Vec if we don't block any of them. We have a mech that's gonna be destroyed if we don't do anything. And the pilot inside will also die. So that's also another thing to take into account. Well, whatever's gonna happen this last turn will be a doozy. This music feels wholly appropriate to the situation. I think I can do is perhaps... over here, so I can launch a bomb. Yeah, I can launch a bomb here, launch one here. That way I can move this bomb over here. Just exchange. Nope. I wanted to use the exchange mech, not the bomb. Alright, let's try that again. that back. Fire it over here and here. Okay, like that. We swap these two. That way you can move this over here to destroy the alpha. Yeah, because it's gonna... Actually, it can move us over here. That'll allow us to prevent building damage, and then we'll just have to deal with whatever 4 Vec come up next turn. Okay. Protected from fire and leave fire on death. Alright, got it. Let's see. See, this one can't be pushed. Yeah. So it has a billion health. Ah, it can't be teleported. That's rather unfortunate. It looks like this poor building's gonna be a casualty. I want to get this out of the way. Starfish. Wow, I guess the Vec don't discriminate. They will recruit sea creatures along with all their bugs. At least, there. Got it. What if I were to exchange one of the burrowers with this? It said none of these are do that much damage, so it's not like it's gonna matter much anyway. Yeah, that here. Fortunately, gonna do more damage to the power grid because I am an idiot. Or reset this one. Alright. Let's take our hits. Could have been just one, but I stupidly made it two. Oh, wow. Alright, so we lucked out. Mercifully, the game gave us one freebie. Not kill 4 fewer enemies, but we got the coal plant defended. Acid vats. Warning, conveyor belts. Where are they? Oh, over there. Batteries are in the middle. Yeah. Alpha starfish. 4 oblique tiles, 2 damage. Gonna be a problem. Acid vat transforms current tile into a pool of acid. Got it. Let's see. Probably want the smacker. So you think? Yeah. Here. Armor mech stays in the back. Yeah. Here. Exchange mech. A pod right in front of us. Ah. Okay, good. The alpha will leave us alone. Unfortunately, they all had to come for the. Alright, or we're not doing anything. Okay, this could be worse. This could have been worse. Pierce mech though. I can just kill this leaper outright. That will free the... Or we could just launch a bomb. Launch 2 bombs. We'll put one over. This burrower taken care of because it's gonna become a pain in the neck real quick. So put that over there. Put this over here. That way we can perhaps exchange that for that. And this over here to self-destruct to care of the Hornet. Alright, now we can bring this over here to destroy the one acid bat. And hopefully this will be enough. Ooh, 3 damage. That's a doozy. Alright. I think what I can do is shoot here. Oh good, made it retreat. So damage makes it retreat, got it. If I move this over here, exchange the 2. Pierce mech will get hit. It'll just be 1 damage instead of 2. Or no, it will be 2 damage, but that should be enough to tank a hit. I want to protect those batteries. Actually, that might not be necessary. Now what I can do is launch a bomb it's over here. Launch a bomb over here. Bomb over here. That way I can move this over here. Blow it up. Take out the starfish. And we'll damage the scion in the process. Good. Good. As long as it takes out the city and not anything else. That said, now my bomber mech is boxed in. Boy, we're in real trouble here. If we don't defeat some of these enemies, this run is as good as done. Fortunately, my Pierce mech's not in really much position to fire at anything. Exchange mech can only... 1. Or wait, no, wait. Launch a bomb here. Bomb here. Have to okay. this over. So what I want to do is perhaps swap the acid vat for... Wait, no, because I can use the bomb to blow up the locust and this. Can't. Be too much collateral damage, fortunately. Yeah, I can use the exchange mech to at least get this leaper out of the way. I swap it with the acid vat. Like the best course of action. Okay. That way it can just go over here, and then I'll blow up the leaper. Yeah, I'm gonna have to blow this up so that it can stop being a nuisance. Fortunately. Ah, resisted. That's what I like to see. Put this over here. Damage it, but that will also set back on fire, so I think what I do is just bring it over here. Oh, I can push it in and kill the Vec. Sweet. Vec has been rendered inert. Alright. So far, so good. Let's see, I think we have last turn, so we got one more turn with which to destroy the acid vat. What I could do is just... okay. Yeah, we'll launch a bomb over here, and... over here. That way we can move this over here. Just a cannon to destroy the Scion. Over here, we can use our exchange mech to swap these two. And these two will just end up destroying the acid vat for us. Alright, look at that. A little careful planning managed to avoid all damage. And we got ourselves a time pod. Got for us. Pilot. After move, repair adjacent mechs. Skills popular. Through experience 40. So it'll have, so looks like Rosie will have one ability for us. Let's see. Masochist, +2 move when not at full health. This one is Adrenaline. It's popular here. Sells for 4 rep. Ooh, okay. Might want to actually exchange, get some stars for the final battle. But for now, I think probably one move that could kill in battle. This one is +2 move when not at full health. I think I want to swap these two because Pierce mech is more likely to be damaged. This one not so much. That said, +1 move. If you manage to kill things with bombs, will come in handy. Also have a reactor core. Something I can spend it on, perhaps? Give the tank... I haven't even been using the tank. I don't know if this is useful anymore. Just letting my AP cannon just deal tons more damage, so... let's do that. So it does 4 damage. It should be enough to take out plenty of enemies. let's go to the teleport facility. Use conveyor yards to ferry waste mats, but Unabomber mechs may be able to use conveyors against a mech. Less than 3 grid damage and protect the power generator. Wow, we're very limited on where we can stick the mechs. Okay, so we'll just pretend it's like coming out. This is the enemy half and this is our half, so... Pierce mech here, bomber here, and exchange here. But that leaper's gonna isolate us, so I think I actually wanna group them up. That way, if one of them gets captured, then the others can try to free him. Ooh, wow, a pod. Okay. Let's see. So is our pod gonna act as a... No. Just a shot goes right over it. Let's see. Okay. This one I really, really want to take. Alright, so... if I launch the bomb here, that way the Pierce Cannon will damage this enemy and then this enemy, and then I can... perhaps... move a bomb, no. So I'll have to suffer 1 grid damage then. That's it, I don't see much other... Oh wait, no, I will kill it if I place a bomb there, so... yeah, so we'll put this over... yeah, we'll put you over here for now, so I can get you over here. Put your bomb here... and here. Over here. Ah, good. The bombs can retrieve the pods. Very useful. That way, we'll kill the one, kill the other, blow this one up, take care of that, and then we'll just swap you into the fire. Although it's not gonna get burned, so it's not much use. Or if the Scion... okay, no, the other Vec are immune to fire. This one still takes fire damage. Alright, we're good. So it'll die next turn. That said, the Leaper and the Starfish might be a problem. Yep. Oh, okay. Sure, don't isolate the Pierce mech, that's fine. That said, I can just fire it here, push it down, I'll kill a Starfish. Yeah, I can do that. So now we can... these two are on fire, so not that, but what we can do is put your bomb here, bomb here for kicks. Need that to body block the emergence hole. Put that over there and move you up so it can block the Scion a little bit. Yeah, this is fine. Scion dies. Our Leaper takes damage. mobility block. Gotta put me in a more difficult position. Alright. Being said, I think what I want to do is launch a bomb over. First, I want to move this exchange mech. Launch a bomb here and over here. That way, I can move this up. It's over here. I'll swap the two. The conveyor will thankfully move the other mech out of the way before it gets damaged. Or I could just... No, it will move right into the fire and then set on fire, so I don't want to do that. Yeah. And we'll move the cannon mech, the Pierce mech up here to perhaps get a little maneuverability. Aha, eat that. Now we have just one enemy to deal with. Fantastic. So yeah. Easy peasy. Launch a bomb there. This bomb doesn't matter where I put it because we can use that to block. Fire the cannon. Insta-kill. Boom. We're done. Look at that. No grid damage. Protected the power generator. Everyone is safe. No one has to die this time. We had not thought to use the conveyor belts in a military capacity. Yes, look at that. I evaded the attack thanks to that conveyor. Let's see what the time pod has for us. A reactor core. Appreciate that. We'll save that core for now because we have another core we can grab here. This will be the last mission we can do before we gotta go back to corporate headquarters to defend it. I used to try this contraption 4 times and protect the robotics lab. Okay, so... this burrower here. It's gonna be a pain in the neck. Try this. Shield barrage uses a shield to every unit, allies, and VEC. There's a missile at every unit, allies, and VEC. So it looks like our course of battle is going to be use shield, use missile, use shield, use missile. Let's see. The cannon mech over here. Bomber mech can be over here for ability. Exchange mech goes over here. Wow. Just jump straight to it, why don't you? Dang it. Okay, so we absolutely need to get this burrower out of the way. Need to find some way to harm it. Okay. Alright, so I guess we'll use a shield barrage. Oh. Allies and VEC. Okay, so don't use shield barrage just yet, because I wanna lay in the hurt on them first. That said, if we don't get this VEC out of the way, it's gonna... I feel like our best course of action would be to try to maneuver it into... Okay, so this building can take 2 hits. Alright, so if we let it take 1 hit now, then hopefully it won't hinder us later. What I want to try to do is perhaps move this Alpha Hornet. Can't do that. It's gonna move after this one, so the burrower will unfortunately destroy the robotics lab if we don't get it out of the way. Only some way to inflict it with acid. So what if I were to move this over here? And I launch a bomb over here and over here. And swap these two. No, that's not gonna work, because then this mech's gonna be right in the path of it. Take two. But it can take two. So it can take one hit and we'll just have to hope in the next... but then I can shield everything, so that will allow it to absorb the hits. Also means everything else will absorb the hits, but that's just something we'll have to accept, so... Let's see. Bomb over here. Bomb over here. Alright. Go ahead and exchange these two. Okay. The cannon mech here. It's over here. Explode. Get the burrower out of the way. Actually, I can just kill this. Stands. Yeah, let's do that. Can't believe it. So yeah. Then we will... What if I just launched missiles? What if I just did that? Yeah, so that'll allow us to kill... This will allow us to kill... because we're not in need of shields at the moment. Alright. Uh-oh, a Leaper. Now Starfish ain't playing games anymore. Alright, and ties up the facility. Great, fantastic. So, let's see. Fortunately, push damage is going to destroy the robotics facility if I approach it from the other direction, but if I go over here, I can destroy the Leaper, damage the Starfish. So, yeah, let's do that. Kill confirm. Put this bomber over here. There and over there. Bring this over here. Load up to destroy the Starfish. Here to get the burrower out of the way. Actually, what I can do is fire a missile to... swap these two. Fully repair them. There we go. Fortunately, I got the shields remaining, so this will probably be. Dang it. Alright, so. I think I want to do is perhaps move this over here for now. So that way you can bring this over here, bomb here and here. Man, there's only some upgrade for bombs to not destroy allied cities. That would have, but sadly, contend with not having that. Alright, so far so good. You can bring us over here. Bomb. Mech will get damaged. Okay, now just use shields because they're not gonna affect the enemies. Bada bing, bada boom. And end turn. Alright, final two foes. One locust, one roly-poly. Thankfully, this is now easy street. Launch a bomb here, and then here. Fire that there to kill the locust. And that over here to blow it up. Move this out of the way, move this over here because we can. We're protected. And we'll use the shield launcher one more time. Protecting everything. And end the turn. Boom, just like that. Robotics lab is saved and we managed to use the facility 4 times. The Tritus contraption. No casualties also. Alright, off to the corporate HQ. I have to decide. Do I wanna keep these 2 folks in, have them continue gaining experience, or do I want to tag in Rosy Rivets? So I could give the exchange mech 2 more power so that I can get the hurt enemy passive. It will probably come in handy actually, so let's do that. Unnecessary. No, Abby. This will probably be very necessary. We have the Hornet Leader. I assume it's a range of 3, 2 damage each space. You have to take out the Scion if we want to burn it. That said, don't think anything here will allow us to burn our enemies, so that's not going to be a problem. This here, this here, this here. Alright, let's go. Like, if every corporate HQ mission, our objectives, bonus objectives are to protect the tower and destroy the leader. Oh, you know what? This actually... Andy, thanks for going right where you are, Hornet Leader, because I can just... Yeah. Because Abe will take 1 damage, because then we can... I can tag... these 2. Oh, sweet. Yeah, because it takes double damage from the teleportation. The Locust also dies. Fantastic. Yeah, it's all coming up me. Alright. So what I'll do now is just launch a bomb here, and 1 over over here for kicks. Let's get over here to body block that. And... yeah, it doesn't matter where this one goes. Yeah, we'll end turn here. That way we'll still have just the Hornet Leader to deal with next turn. Okay. Wisened up. Moved away from the mountain. Well played. Well played, Hornet Leader. However... I'm thinking I can do is perhaps park this over here for now. That way we can body block this emergence hole, and perhaps set ourselves up for teleportation shenanigans later. That way I can move this over here, launch bomb here, and one over here. Yeah, and then I'll swap the two. And then we can move this over here. Abe can take the hint, and we'll kill the Hornet Leader. Just like that. Job's done. And we'll just move this out here for now, so that we can start blasting fools next turn. Although we probably don't even need to do that. 2 turns remaining. Okay, these two are actually pretty healthy. Fire those there. That there, move that there. And end turn. You're going full coward, baby. Alright. Last turn. This is our victory lap. We don't even need to do anything. We just end the turn. And we will complete every objective. Yes, I am the best. Best of the easy. I am playing on easy, so maybe not the best, but I'm doing okay. Corporate hub is intact. You and the Baromex have detritus's gratitude. Now we have another 7 rep. This... he sells for a lot. If we... give her away. So y'all Pirates Alive Death. Probably don't need that. Alright, science class weapon. Traction pulse. Know about that. We'll just use... yeah. You are much more valuable as a rep booster, so we'll give you away. We could get 3 reactor cores and 2 power boosts. That'll give us a max power bar. Reactor cores to deal with. Okay. So now the question is, where do I spend my 3 reactor cores? Could just use it to improve the stats of these 2 mechs here. We'll have tricked out primary weapons as well. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'll give you 1 to give you additional health. Additional health and additional move. Alright. We're out of here. Alright, this is it. Final area. Volcanic Hive. The last stand. This is the heart of the Vec. This is where we gotta do what we gotta do to get them where they come from. Vec driven off the islands, you have a chance to wipe them out at their source. Your humanity's last hope. This is it. Stop them here, we can save this timeline. Can save them all. That being said, I want any more body blocking opportunity. That lack of an acid tank won't be to our detriment. Alright. This is what we gotta deal with. A crab, artillery attack on 2 tiles, alpha firefly, volatile massive goo, 3 damage. Can block it. And a scorpion. Alright, so it's a pretty open arena. That said, you know, they're not gonna make it easy. Because, remote power pylons are gonna drop. These are basically like the buildings. Also have a volcano. Alright. Now the volcano, these tiles are gonna collapse. They're gonna turn into lava. Obviously, they're gonna kill anything that stands on it. So probably would be within our advantage to not be on those tiles and see if we can try to shove as many Vec as we can on there. That being said, high health means I can probably tank more hits. Alright, what do I want to do? Put that there so I can launch a bomb over here, and then one over here. Allow us to body block one emergence hole. Although, yeah, because then we can exchange these two. Because I need to use the cannon mech, fire it in here. I'll destroy the bomb, but I'll also destroy that. But we can at least put this over here, body block it. That'll do it. It's an action, but they're more useful as a block. Grab whiffs. Alright. So only have 2 enemies to deal with. Now, the volcano is gonna erupt. It's gonna shoot fire. Gonna rain fire down on the enemies. It will destroy anything on the tile. So they got this pylon targeted, and this one has this pylon targeted. So, I can move this over. Actually... Okay, is there an intersection of the emergence holes and the volcano that will allow me to take care of both of them at once and still allow my bombs to move if need be? Down here. The one up here and one over here. That. And it's over here, swap these two. Bomb's gonna blow up, but that's something I'll just have to accept. Because now I can use the cannon mech, just destroy the crab. And the volcano will destroy the hornet, and all my mechs will be left intact. So we'll have 2 new Vec to deal with next turn. Oh, a Scion. It's a tyrant. Alright, looks like my mechs got hit with a debuff. Do 1 damage to all friendly units every turn. Ooh, okay. Priority target. Fortunately, the volcano is not going to do anything. Oh wait, no, it's got something over here it can do. Yeah, so what we can do is launch a bomb over here and one over here. Alright. And use a cannon to destroy the Scion. Unfortunately, our exchange mech is not far enough. Clicks fire on survival. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have to take the power hit. Because I want to maneuver the exchange mech up here, perhaps get in a better position to act next turn. See what the leaper ties up. The other pylon. Player turn, last turn. Alright, this is it. For all the marbles. That said, I can just fire the cannon in here as usual, take out that leaper, and then we only have these two to contend with. Alright. I think I can do is launch a bomb here. Here. And swap these two. That way the volcano will do an enemy, everything else will whiff. Yep. I'm okay with this. Let's go. Alright, Hornet whiffs. Unfortunately, this is not the end. It's the final battle. They can't make it too easy. Yep, that's right. We're going into phase 2 of the fight. More Vec, more fun, more power pylons. We don't have any more, so this is it. Thankfully, there's only a phase 2. Take a dozen RST roof movers to collapse this hive. We can't do it on our own. Deploying a Renfield bomb. Defend it while it primes and it will destroy the hive. This is it. Now it's not survive in 5 turns, it's a victory in 5 turns. You can stave them off for 5 turns, you win. 4 turns now. This is where they will be fighting at their fiercest. Fortunately, Pierce Mech is tied up, so we can't move it out of the way. That being said, we can fire the cannon. It's range 1. Alright. Yeah. We'll kill that. Keep the Alpha Scorpion alive for now. Put this over here. Move this over here, so that way we take this exchange mech, swap it. Oh, so now this beetle leader will die just instantly, thankfully. And we'll just have to deal with the Alpha Scorpion next turn and whatever Vec arises here. Alright, so far, so good. An Alpha Hornet. Wow. I get the feeling this volcano doesn't like us. Okay. So what I can do is... Thinking what I want to do is move this over here, perhaps. Tentacles. The unit here will die, and then that tile will turn into lava. So there's like some greater creature in here that's probably really, really fearsome. Don't want to mess with that at all. Okay. So, put this over. Okay, I want to think about this quick. I'll try to think about this a bit. So, what I want to do, I can use the Pierce Mech. I can use the Pierce Mech. If I move this Bomber Mech out of the way, I can use the Pierce Mech to push this one up into the spot that will kill it. I want to make sure nothing's behind it though, because that cannon's going to take a large chunk out of them, so gotta be careful about that. And then I want to try to maneuver a bomb onto one of the other two spots so I can get this exchange mech up here, or to the bomb spot, swap the two, and then kill the Alpha Scorpion. And then from there, hopefully I can body block as many units, as many emergent souls as possible, so I have fewer to deal with later. Launch this one here, and launch this one here, I believe. Okay. Move this over here, prep it for an exchange, and we'll move this over here. That way we can push it. And then we'll move this over here. Swap the... no, swap the two. And there we go. So these two will die, and we'll block two spaces, leaving us just one Vec to deal with next turn. Unfortunately, our poor cannon mech is now all... Wait, no, it can move, as long as it doesn't stop in the lava. But... okay. Doing okay. That said... now I want to try to maneuver the... perhaps... maneuver this beetle into here. Yeah, we'll launch that there, that over there. Put this over here. Exchange the two. Or I could just kill it outright. Yeah. Alright, job's done. Now we can move this bomb over here. Completely body block everything. Oh wow, the rock's filling the lava. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? This is it. We're done. Victory in one turn. I guess just to signify how screwed everything is. They just keep all the murdered souls out there, but that's okay. That is perfectly okay. Let's get everyone together. One last dramatic moment. Get the bombs out there as well. Why not? Ready. Better leave now or you share our grave with the Vec. It's been an honor serving the Bomber Mech's commander. I forgot to mention that these folks are all time travelers, so they're all kind of warping to another timeline. So don't worry, they made it out okay. The mech's collateral damage. They're not human. Never mind that robot facility. But anyways, we managed to save this timeline. Thanks to the heroic efforts of the Bomber Mechs. Valiant efforts of Liu Wing, Genos, and Abe Samu. The Vec Hive has been destroyed, saving this timeline from ultimate doom. Humanity can now begin to recover from the destruction wrought by the Vec. Civilian lives protected, 9,467. Earth lives saved, approximately 4.6 billion. There you have it. That is Into the Breach. A pretty fantastic follow-up to FTL subset, and just to pull out another cool sort of cerebral type of game. Manages to be different enough from FTL. While FTL is more about like about the it does have real time. It does have pause, but it does rely a bit more on timing in certain manners, like timing your teleports, timing your weapon attacks. Into the Breach, on the other hand, gives you all the time you need. There's a lot of information presented to you that you can perhaps lets you plan out what moves you want to take, what you want to try, and it's very lenient. As long as you haven't fired a weapon, you're okay. So you can maneuver around, position your things, and see what happens. Yeah, it's like 90% of the time, if you mess something up, it's probably your fault. On the other hand, if you're very, very good at planning in advance, you can kick your butt all the way through. Admittedly, I was playing on easy, but on higher difficulties, even more Vec will spawn, so then you have to try to prioritize what targets to maneuver around or destroy, because you're not going to get all of them. And also, nice touch is that length is kind of determined within the run itself, right? You don't have to predetermine beforehand how many islands long this game is going to be. You can decide for yourself if you just want to wrap the run up there or keep on going. I could have ended that run at 2 islands, had a slightly weaker mech squad, and the Vec have been also weaker behind, but yeah. This advanced edition update just gives people a lot more to play with, and it's a free update. So this game gotten at least it's expanded in breadth, not in depth. I'd say it's very, very well worth picking up if you enjoy cerebral. In fact, I'd say it's like more of a puzzle game than anything. Sure, it's got the grid and it's got weapons and mechs, but it's definitely more. Can definitely feel like a puzzle. Trying to figure out how to minimize damage while completing your objectives and trying to make sure that the ramp up, you don't get overwhelmed by the ramping up of enemies. So, regardless of whether a run ends in success or defeat, you can select one pilot to continue the fight. You can select here Leo, Genos, or Abe. I think I'll stick with Abe. He's got his special ability and the 2 skills. There you have it. Into the Breach. I think there's definitely a lot more of this advanced edition that I can cover, so I might come back to visit it later, but I think that will do it for the stream today. Thanks for coming by, thanks for tuning in. I think I will return on Wednesday to wrap up the Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels DLC. And then I can perhaps decide what I want to do from there. So, I'll see you then.